Alright gamers, well, a quick game review on one that just came out that's available for the Nintendo Switch, downloadable only obviously, and that is Tetris 99. And you're probably wondering, wait, Tetris 99? The 99th game in the franchise? Yes, we know the Tetris franchise has had a pretty long history, starting with the first one, Tetris 2, Tetris Attack, and all the spin-offs and so forth, and even games that try to copy its format and success. Some are good, and others not as good. And this one, well, makes use of its online multiplayer, and that's what it requires. It's free if you subscribe to Nintendo Switch's online. In other words, it's required to be able to play this game. And why is it called 99? Well, here's your answer right there. Because you go online, you're playing against 98 other players. Answer your question simply right there. It's an online battle royale against other players. You play Tetris simply with the familiar elements that you're used to in the classic Tetris, but with some interesting twists and new key features. Like for instance, you don't like a certain block that you don't think is going to fit in the row because, yeah, you don't want all your blocks to stack up all the way to the top. Well, you press the L button and you can stack that in the garbage pile, but you have a limit to how many of those you can keep. The trick is to obviously not create so many rows, and at the same time you try to screw up other players around the board. You can do it simply by choosing whatever player you want to screw up and dump your garbage pile of blocks on them. Yep, that's what happens to them after you put them there. Or you can let the game choose for you by pressing the right analog stick any direction, and it will choose for you out of 4 different types, whether it's attackers, or KOs, which obviously stands for knockout, badges, and or complete random. Basically, it does it for you, and you don't have to think about it so much. So yeah, that could be a little distracting for the most part if you're playing this game and you're trying to focus on your main game, so it's a lot to think about at the same time. So yeah, I most of the time want to think about what I'm doing, because yeah, other players can screw you up. Yep, that's what it says, and it forewarns you, watch out, because they're going to dump their garbage pile when you stack your blocks up too high and don't get rid of them. See, that's what those gray blocks represent. It's other players giving you your garbage blocks. It's almost similar to Mortal Kombat Deception, the way you have to screw up the opponent's match, but this one, you got so many others, it'll make your head spin. So, it's best to take out the garbage as best as you can that other opponents leave you, if you can, that is. Because eventually, once it stacks too high, yep, it's game over for you right there. And that right there, that number right there, well, that's the place you're in out of the 98 other players. So, you want to keep playing and keep playing. More players will get eliminated, obviously. The music is very catchy. It'll keep you going, and the game will go faster if you manage to actually not get eliminated. Yeah, this is as far as I made it in these elimination games. Oh, and you rank up too, because it's an online game that gives you XP points. Not much to say there. You can rematch as many times as you want by holding the A button in. As long as your subscription to Nintendo Online is still valid, then game on. Because best of all, waiting for a new game to start, the load screen that is, usually doesn't take that long. Yep, it's pretty quick for the most part. Other than that, it's fast, it's fun, the music's catchy, it's addicting. It's not just Tetris, it's Tetris 99. And it's just the way I like it, even though, as I said, it's only online. So, Nintendo Switch has definitely proven that they can have a strong online multiplayer, especially after the shit disaster of the Wii and Wii U's online multiplayer. Not to insult those game consoles, they do have great online with Smash Brothers and Mario Kart, but this Nintendo Switch, man, they're just really outdoing themselves, and, well, they're just going to keep going. So, if you have a Nintendo Switch, well, you might want to subscribe to Online for this one. Believe me, if you love Tetris, it's good old Tetris the way it should be. Except, well, taking the necessary step forward. So, yeah, that all I could say is, it feels old school to me, and that's the way I like it. Rocking Wii Remote Wii Motion Plus up, and deploying Wii Remote up. It's fun. So, till next time people, happy gaming.